Session 8, Virtual Environments in Python. What is a virtual environment? Virtual environments help us to make development and use of code more streamlined. Virtual environments keep dependencies in separate sandboxes or isolated environment so that you can switch between both applications easily and get them running. Given an operating system and hardware, we can get the exact code environment set up using different technologies. The way we have virtual machine, virtual box for virtual machines, we have for Python also we have virtual environment. For example, Yao took Python MySQL classes and he used to run his MySQL project from Anaconda prompt. Every time from some prompt, from Linux prompt, let's say, wherever, okay, like this is where you are working. Every time we installed a module, it was placed in either of bin, lib, share or include folder before he could import it and use it without any issue. So like it is your operating system, and earlier you used to, normal processes you put under bin folder or lib folder, different libraries you put there, right, under the user bin or user lib. So this is your environment, you are working here. So if you search which Python is working from an isolated environment, your own environment, like this. He has started taking Ansible project now. He thinks it would be a good idea to isolate the new environment from previous environment, avoiding any conflict with installed packages. So he had a layer of abstraction called virtual environment that helps keep his module organized and avoid misbehaviors while developing the new project. So this was your existing project, you started Ansible and you want to keep binaries and libraries of Ansible separately apart from independent of the previous project. So when you are starting with this, which Python you try, which Python 3, you are getting a different environment. And this was your default, this is new environment you created with Python 3. Which means though these libraries might be same name, but there is no conflict because this is giving you a kind of independent environment, just like virtualization. Yao collaborate with Sangwan for final project and share with him environment he is working on through a .yml file. Sangwan is also working on Ansible and you can share these libraries through a YML file, and Sangwan also has got a copy of the entire environment. I mean, you can define the entire environment with a single YML file, and whatever you put in that YML file, that environment, you can share that and anybody can replicate that environment. So Sangwan replicated the environment quite easily with a single YML after sharing that. Sangwan experiments a new method he learned in another class. Now Sangwan is also working in independent environment. This is a separate project Sangwan is working on, binaries and libraries and all, but he had a new library he is working to the working environment. After seeing a tremendous improvement, he sends Yao back his code. Means this is a library he was working on, but this library found useful, so he changed this library or copied this library. This library now is updated by Sangwan, which Yao was also working on, library 3. So library 3 Sangwan updated. Now he put this library back. This library sent back his code through the new YML file. Look, I updated your environment because I was working in it. I added a new library and I found this is interesting. So I am sharing the YML file again. Please update your environment. So Yao can update his environment and replicate the experiment, what Sangwan has done. So sharing happens between different environments through YML file. We can have collaboration among developers. Developer A working on a project, add some file, create some libraries. Developer A shared the library, share the code with developer B, and this continue. This is what the virtual environment is all about. But then there is a possibility of error. Unfortunately, Yao and Sangwan reproduce different results and they think the issue related to their operating system. This is the way. If you don't have virtual environment, if you are working directly in a folder, then there will be a problem. And problem is Yao is working on Mac, Sangwan has a Windows 10 environment. So what do we do? How can we have same environment? How can we still share the code? Virtual environment, there are some pros, there are some cons. The pros are reproducible research, explicit dependencies, improved collaboration, and broader skill set. Cons, difficulty in setting up your environment, not isolation, does not work across operating system, that is the only drawback. Still give you some level of isolation, but does not work across different operating systems. So what are virtual environment? A virtual environment is a directory with these components: site packages directory where third-party libraries are installed, links are really symbolic links to the executables on your system. We will see that. Some scripts that ensures that the code uses interpreter and site packages in the virtual environment. So virtual env, this is virtual environment manager embedded in Python. You need to install it if it is not there. Incorporate into broader tools such as pipenv or pip3env. So the right package needs to be installed for this. Allow you to install modules using pip3 or pip package manager. Working with virtual environments, that gives you basic idea about the virtual environments. We'll see some action now. Verify what Python version you have, and this is my scenario. On my system I executed Python. I got 2.7.5 version. I uses Python 3 on the same machine. I got Python 3.6.8 release on my system. So I have two versions, therefore I can create two environments for these versions, two separate directories, and both will have separate executable, the environment set, path set. So whenever I work in those directories, they will use the corresponding version. So we need to create different environments. So this virtual env is a tool that isolates multiple Python versions on the same machine. As we discussed in the scenario, two different projects may require different versions of Python, such as Python 2.7 or Python 3.6, but they are all installed together. They often cause problems. If we do that, if they are installed together, they'll cause problems. So we can use virtual env to create separate Python virtual environment where multiple Pythons are independent of each other, isolated and independent of each other. So the sequence of step is quite simple. Update the pip before installing package with pip3 install upgrade pip. Install virtual env and virtual environment wrapper. Command is quite simple: pip3 install virtual env, pip3 install virtual env wrapper, virtual environment wrapper. Enter the bash rc. This is the file which is called every time you switch a shell. This is the script, login script called from bash underscore profile file. When you log into the system, this is the script which is called every time. So open the script and set this environment variables: virtual environment wrapper Python, user bin Python 3. This is for Python version. Export work home, that is where your environment will be stored. That is virtual environment storage directory. That is virtual environment directory name can be self simulated. Then source user local bin virtual environment wrapper.sh. This is the virtual environment wrapper sh in the directory. So if it is not there, then you can find out where it is. Generally it is located at this location, and this will set the environment, and this is called. That means every time you run, this should be called, and this will give you the commands and possibilities way to create the environment, virtual environment. Remember, you have to find out where this directory is. If this shell script is, this may be different from this directory, and the command is find slash, give the file name, a hyphen name, and give this name, and then hyphen print. That will give you where this file is located. Include this file. In my case, RHEL 7, Oracle Linux 7, this file is located at this path only. This is generally the problem area sometimes. Now source this file and create a virtual environment. Now this is the self-explanatory, the easiest command. This entire session is about these two commands to create two different environments. Look at this. Make virtual environment. Python is, you can give hyphen p, single character also, but to make it explanatory and comprehensive, I just use double hyphen, the complete word option. Hyphen Python user bin Python 3. This was the outcome, this was the output of my command, which Python 3. So I specified the path and I am giving it a name. This name could be anything. Similarly, I am making another environment, Python user bin Python 2, py2 environment. So this is for my Python 2 environment. So I created this environment, Python 3 and Python 2. Two environments are there. How can we work in this environment? How can we ensure that yes, everything is with Python 3 now or Python 2? Enter the virtual environment, then the project directory, and install the appropriate packages. Skip this step if you don't need to. But this is generally how it works. You create a file, requirement.txt. In the file, you specify a list of all packages what you want to install or the module which you want to install, and you call this file using pip3 install -r. This is for custom environment setting. Like for package A, for project A, I need these packages. For project B, I need these packages. So you put all those packages in requirements and keep this file in the directory, corresponding directory. Switch to the virtual environment. The virtual environment setup is now complete. Switching to a virtual environment is work on py2.env, work on py3.env, or another option is source py2 py3 bin activate or py2 environment bin activate. This is the name which you give. List all virtual environment, ls virtual environment. This is single command. Enter the directory where virtual environment is located, cd virtual env. Single command, no space. But you read it so that it gives you clarity. cd virtual environment. Exit from the current virtual environment, deactivate. Delete the virtual environment, rm virtual environment. Let's look at the examples. So this is my setup. If you see here, I created a virtual environment. Like if I use the environment is already created, work on py2 in environment, and you see I am working in this environment. If I try which Python, I should get Python 2. Python 2. So this will be, if I try Python here, and you will see Python 2.7. Exit, and if you see deactivate, that will come out of the environment. You are back to the same root directory. If I want to work in different environment now, Python 3 environment, you are working in Python 3 environment now. If you type Python, you will see the command, you are working in Python 3.6 now. Exit, deactivate will deactivate this environment. How I created, you see work on, this is another command to source to a given environment. Source, as was given in the slides also. source Python 3 -env, activate. You are working in that environment now. Deactivate to deactivate this environment. To list all environment, we have the command ls environment, that is ls virtual env. So both environments are visible to me. If you work in any environment, for example Python 2, I want to work in Python 2 environment, I want to see what all packages I have, I can use the command pip freeze. That will give me all the packages which are there in this environment. But right now there is nothing. Let me see on Python 3 if I have anything. So deactivate will deactivate this environment, and let's work on Python 3 environment, and let's see what we have. Pip freeze. That will show me nothing here also. But if I come out of these environments, deactivate, that means I have not installed any packages in these environments. However, if I try pip freeze here, I'm sure I'll get a lot of modules which are there on my system. Yes. So this is my default environment. I'm not without virtual environment, my physical environment I could say. So I have these libraries, these binaries, these modules installed in my local machine. However, when you see this environment, what exactly is happening? There are directories actually here. When you create an environment, it creates directories. So these directories are created for your environment. You are working in these environments. You created two separate environments. Let me show you that .bashrc also. From where that file is called, first of all, let's see that .bash_profile. This file called that bashrc. Every time you log in, .bash_script is executed, and this script through this if condition calls the bashrc file. So therefore, whenever you log in or whenever you call a subshell, this script is always executed. And what I have put into this, let's check that also. cat.bashrc. This is the command, these are the environment variable I placed in this file. Virtual environment wrapper, work home directory, source, and this is the script. Let's see what is this script actually. This script is executed. Let's see that. Cat. This is environment wrapper script. This is might be a shell script. Yeah, this is setting up the environment only. This is environment wrapper script only. So that's how you set up. Let's once again see the history of commands. What all commands we did. I'm showing you my own environment setup because I already set up that. So first I started with this command as was given in the demonstration. After that I installed virtual environment wrapper. I opened that file bashrc. I checked which Python 3 is there. I sourced this bashrc file and I created one environment, Python 3 environment. So this environment was created, and then we have the command which Python. I changed on my environment. Here I created a new environment. I worked on that environment and I checked which Python is working in this environment. I deactivated that, I removed that, I list that nothing was available. I cd will not take me there because there was nothing. Then pip freeze, I check all modules. Then I checked which Python 2 I have, and I created a virtual environment Python 2, and then I worked on Python 2 environment. So this is how we create and make virtual environment Python 3, make environment Python 2. This is the making the environment. So this gives you how to make an environment, how to work in the environment, how to install packages, and how to activate, deactivate, list and delete. Let me delete both these environments. The command is rm. You can see that rm command, rm virtual environment. Remove virtual environment Python 2 -env. This will remove the environment. Now if you list command, if you use list virtual environment, you will see only one. This is all about virtual environments. I hope you got the fair idea about how to create virtual environment and how to work in different virtual environments.